Everybody in the Korean server is terrified of this one guy. He's a ZOE one trick with almost 1,000 games played, and he is rank 1, 1750 LP. One of the highest LPs I've ever seen on the Korean server. He's 100 LP above the rank 2 player, which is Damwon Canyon, who's notorious for stomping solo queue. This guy on ZOE is just a pleasure to watch. I myself have over 1,000 ZOE games, and I'm nowhere even close to this guy. It's just ridiculous how good he is at the champion, guys. And without further ado, let's jump onto the Rift, break it down, and try and teach some of you how you can also cause mayhem on the Rift and make your opponents consider uninstalling the game. Coming onto the Rift, guys, he's up against Damwon SHOWMAKER, okay? The rune page is to the right of me. It's an electrocute setup with Biscuit, Delivery, and Time Warp Tonic. Starting is Corrupting. All of these are vital if you want to win lane and trade like him on ZOE. What he does, I wouldn't say it's unique, but he's the best I've seen at it, is using the movement speed and the extra damage from the Corrupting. And he just weaves so many autos in. Also with ZOE's passive, he doesn't lose trades as SHOWMAKER moves in. And you can see he gets the autos in on every time the empowered auto from the ZOE passive, and nobody can outlane him. He has too much sustain and too much empowered trading. You can't lane against this. He just whittles them away and then pops the ignite for the solo kill if he wants. As he hits level 2, gets the goodie bag, praying for something like an ignite. Protobolt, that's actually very, very high value. As we're going to go and try and abuse him under tower. Now he has some of the highest solo kill percentages, I'd say, in Korean Challenger. No one really comes close. He just whittles them away and then just kills them. It's just, I don't know, man. I swear ZOE's broken, but a lot of people just don't play her correctly. They don't play like pressure lanes as well as he does. And I think ZOE, for me, my first 50 games, I had around about a 30% win rate. And then slowly started climbing until now. ZOE's actually probably my most played this season. As he moves in, he goes wide. If that landed, that would have been a kill. Might just be a solo kill regardless. First blood onto SHOWMAKER. And dude, this is what he does. How easy does it look? He literally just autos him, pops the ignite, and keeps weaving. He makes sure to use that passive of the ZOE to get the empowered extra magic damage. And later, bitch, thanks to the free kill, buddy goes back to base. Probably going to pick himself up a Dark Seal. Dark Seal boots? Let's see what he goes. Double amp. No way he goes double amp. He's that aggressive. Oh my fucking god. He goes double amp. So usually you'd go something like a Dark Seal. It's an investment into late game. Dark Seal doesn't give as much instant power as double amp, but it's going to give you better late game if you're going to be able to stack up those seals. But he just goes double amp. He wants the most raw damage right now to put his ZOE hands all over SHOWMAKER's slimy Viego body, and that sounded too sexual. I'm probably going to cut that out of the video. Get the Everfrost. Get him. Nice job. Now, I'll be reviewing 2 games today. I think the second game, I'll do him playing on his Master Tier Smurf, just obliterating someone. This is a very high elo game. He's up into SHOWMAKER. He can't really, like... I mean, he's already got a solo kill, but, like... Oh my god, he keeps going. The bubble just getting bloody... denied by the minion wave. I just want to show you guys a completely obliterated game. They're moving in. Q goes wide. Doesn't get the cannon. And I don't think he wants to... Yeah, the Dyna Hover is perfect here. Just wait it out. The Q. Now he has bubble. Lands on SHOWMAKER. SHOWMAKER pops the flash. And remember, we can pick that bad boy up. Thank you. You're dead. Hunting for one more. Thank you very much. Did anyone see where the Dyna went? Alright, just going to head back over the mid lane. Shove it in. Get the reset. And he's just so clean. He's so efficient. It just doesn't waste anything, you know? He gets boots and a Dark Seal over the Lost Chapter. These buys are just so weird to me. But look, I mean, I'm not going to question it. Go for it, brother. Gets the Dark Seal. Decides he's got enough mana. I'll head back in. Ignite in 30 seconds. And in ZOE in the meta, like, she gets played somewhat. I mean, at the moment, ZOE, like, almost never gets played in pro play at the moment. She had a little bit of favor in the LPL for a while. As we start defending this. Oh, the Q just goes wide. He was banking on the SHOWMAKER to go in a little bit more deep. And watch how he weaves his autos and then sets his Q up. You want to try and set your Qs. Your Q is actually AoE. People don't realize, but the Q is actually very... The range is very large. If you proc it on a minion wave, you can get people in the back end. So even if they're hiding behind the minion waves, a lot of the time you can still grab them, guys. Don't be scared. Grab the heal. He's pathing down into the bot lane. Showmaker seemed to have roamed. I can't really tell. Gives me anxiety when I can't see the minimap. Also, guys, this guy's Twitch stream I'm putting in the link in the bio down below. Please just go and watch him. He gets like no views, man. Like, this guy is a freak show. He has literally has a Twitch stream. I'd love if you guys can go and show him some love. As I'm pretty sure he's going to get a solo kill. If he lands the bubble, Showmaker's dead. He has Ignite. I'm wondering why he doesn't like E? R-E. Ah, there we go. Trying to go in. Can't really land anything, hey. Pops the heal. Playing pretty cautious. Now this guy just has... The one thing you'll notice from these high-low like one tricks is that he's... The thing that separates them and other one tricks at like 700 or 800 LP challenger is that he's just a lot more consistent. He always has a good ZOE game. You'll never see him have a bad ZOE game. Oh? Which means that usually he's not taking high-risk plays. He doesn't play crazy, like he's on some type of drugs. He plays very controlled. He knows what he's doing. When he doesn't have sums, when he doesn't have pressure, he'll hold back. Sometimes he won't get high kill games and he'll let his team carry, you know? Like, he is a very good solo queue player and has a very good mindset for it. Doesn't just coin flip aggression over and over and over. As Flash is coming up in 5 seconds, looking for the blue buff too. Nocturne comes through, gonna spot him. Bubble lands. We have enough. Just gonna weave. Okay. Empowered auto on the E. 3-0 now. 2 stacks in the Dark Seal. And how nice is it being able to see his clicks and his inputs? I love watching from their point of view. I think it's so much more important to watch how they actually input into the game. And he seems to have a pretty low APM. Just a very... Nothing like what Faker has. Very controlled, which I like. It's just so much more palatable to watch. Pretty sure he's clicking minimap as well. He's not actually F-king. Gets the Lost Chapter, has the Sorks now. So much goddamn damage. Oh. Bubble lands, let's see how he gets it. You're gonna try and weave it behind there. Showmaker, of course, rushes Mercs here, guys. So now you've got to think about the different timing. Or your E. You don't have much time to get that Q off. The wind up would gonna have to be less. And I'm just so curious to see how he goes about his angles on ZOE. Because I've got about 1,000 ZOE games, and there's a huge difference between someone with 50 ZOE games and 1,000. They just know different angles. I think for my first 50 ZOE games, I had a 35% win rate. And then, of course, now ZOE is probably one of my best champs, most played. I think it's my 3rd or 4th most played champ. The only things above it, maybe Talia, TF, and Syndra. As Showmaker looks for the 1v1. Look at the moves. Look at the moves on these two. Uses that. Oh, and he flashes. Showmaker moving in. So close to the 1v1. If we had Ignite, he was done. Pretty well played by Showmaker. Super aggro into someone that's 3-0. Gets that Lost Chapter. We're going to start looking for the plates. I wouldn't be surprised if he puts the E, but yep. And Showmaker would just... That was so nice. Oh my god, the Q landed onto the... I'm pretty sure the Q hit the Wraiths, guys. That might have been a kill. Got cucked. Unlucky, buddy. Harold comes through. He's pinging back. Wants the Nocturne to be a little bit safe. And probably going to see a blasting wand here for the bite. One thing I noticed about his Zoe build is that he goes Morello so much earlier than anyone else. He usually just goes Morello second. Just finishes the item off. Usually Morello or Horizon Focus, and sometimes both. So, innovating the builds a little bit. Obviously into this comp, you've got Viego, Kalista, Fiora. I would not be surprised if he gets it. Nice vision setup. Please, sir, can I have the blue? A little bit early in that flash. He'll move through. Let's see if he's not actually using the E's through terrain. He's just using them front on. Waiting the alley ult out. It's probably not worth to engage. Alley flashes in. Who's our focus? Not able to get on anyone. And you can see he just doesn't risk it. He's just like, fuck this, man. It's not really worth it. Dyna moves in. Uses the Proto to get out. Good flash. I think he's going to die here. Maybe 1 for 1. Oh, he's done. Unlucky, buddy. Showmaker picks him up. And he gets executed. Oof. That's really not good. That was just so awkward for him to fight. He didn't want to, like, when you're playing Zoe, it's hard to overcommit without sums because they're just going to track you down. There's really no, like, there's mobility on Zoe, but if you can't pick any sums up, you're a sitting duck. Because this looks like it's going to be a spicy game. Love it. Looking to work our way probably towards the Ludens. I'd say it's going to be Ludens Morello build. I'm intrigued. Now, sometimes Everfrost is optimal on Zoe. You just have to play the comp right. For me, I usually go Everfrost into shorter range comps. See, Everfrost probably wouldn't be that bad this game. But you've gone Sorks. You kind of want to get that early lead and that flat pen to kind of synergize up. Nice fast Q. I think Nocturne wants to ult in. Just watching him play, he doesn't like RE very often, does he? Like, he's not going in too deep. He's not putting himself into vulnerable positions at all. Nocturne comes through, going bot side. He's going to roam down in the river. And hopefully you guys have been enjoying these vids. I like just looking at these one tricks, the best one tricks in the world at these champs. Like, not much exposure goes to them, and it's just nice to watch. Because I think these one tricks are so much better at their champions than someone like pro players. Pro players are good, right? But they're not one tricks of specific champions. Some of them are. But these players are just thousands of extra game depth as Dyna gets a beautiful engage. Sonya's comes out, Fiora moving in, and he's just going to have to back it up. Let his whole team die, you see what I mean? Nice W by the Fiora. And that is just a disaster. They're rushing into it. I would be careful about this one, buddy. Oh, he wants the flash. Oh, I thought he'd Proto Belt pick up the flash there. Good luck hitting a bubble on a fucking Kalista. And yeah, man, I guess we'll head back. This Kalista's 7-1 with the shield bow. I'm not sure how you're going to get through this. Dyna has 10 stacks in the Dark Seal. It's looking like a bit of a rough one. When we get that Ludens pick up here. Did he sell one of his amps? He just wants that mythic spike absolutely as soon as possible. And you can't really side lane on Zoe, guys. It's more of an ARAM champion. So if that's your style, then definitely give it a go. I would suggest going into practice tool for at least an hour. And I know that sounds cringe, but like just practicing every wall with your E's and at different angles is going to increase your win rate so much when you start playing it. Moving in. Can't see shit on the map. He's not really using his F keys, is he? He's just looking around. Showmaker picks up the kill under the Kai'Sa. We're just going to keep mid prio, dude. Utilizing that passive under the tower. Rakan has ult. They probably can't kill the Kalista. She's very large. Bubble does land, though. Does she have? What does she have? He doesn't pop the IG. The shield bow's been procced. If he eats that bounty, holy shit. We have enough for Oblivion here. Showmaker moving in. Do not stick around. Dude. Playing into a Diana as a Zoe or a Syndra or a Victor, like, it's... If you have no sums, it's such a suicide mission. As his team just wants to FF. That's so cringe. Play it out. And win. Oh, wow. He doesn't go for Oblivion. He's going for the bloody... He's going for Horizon Focus, which is just pure damage. Horizon will be giving you the biggest damage power spike at 2 items. The problem is you're so squishy. You're so susceptible to being blown up. Picking up the blue buff. They can stall the game out until the Kalista comes online. Looking for the E here. Dyna moves in. Look how big that Dyna is. Holy shit. And that's what I was talking about. Like, if you don't go stopwatch, if you don't go anything, it's just doomed. Oh, the enemy team overextending. Sylas picks up a double. E lands onto the Dyna, but shh. She got a triple. Did she end up getting a Medjay's or not? I think the Kai'Sa is pretty triggered at the Rakan, unfortunately. And Dyna, okay, Dyna didn't get the Medjay, so we're still fine. We're still fine. This is why I play with chat off. I can't do this. I can't communicate with my team and try and convince them we can win. Look at that poke. We just got to keep trying to set that up. Get vision control. Dyna's been caught. Let's see if we can get it. That's going to land. Goes in. Bubble hits. This should be a kill over to the Zoe. Give the shutdown to him. 1,000 gold over to the Zoe here. Good picks. I don't know how they've hustled this. Doesn't quite land the Q. I think wouldn't have died to Ali ult. Would have saved him. We'll head back, start looking towards the... How much does Horizon focus after you got the X-Tech? It's... You get 1250 and then it's 700. At 950? Still needs to eat the Kalista bounty. 600, so that's 900. It's doable. I think once he gets Horizon, he can one-shot the Kalista. Probably not, actually. The shield bow is too much to get through. I love playing. Dude, Zoe's such a fun champ, too. Head back, get the Horizon, probably get a control wood now. And this is where you really got to turn it on in the mid game on Zoe. You need to start landing your long range Qs. And it's curious he doesn't go a blue trinket. I thought he'd swap. Usually because it's 20 minutes, the enemy has a Kalista, they'll try and start rushing Baron and setting it up. And if your team can't get in, the blue trinket would offer so much more value than the sweeper. Moving in, looking to try and pick up Showmaker. Oh my god, bubble lands. Showmaker has to ult out, ignite with the weaved auto. Is that a solo kill? What the fuck? Alright, well he solo kills the Viego. Now Dinah's on the flank looking behind. We have Stride Breaker. Bubble lands. Dinah should be able to Hourglass. We need to try and kite. Looking to get on the back end. Just misses that Dinah. But there's so many summoners here to pick up. Oh, be careful, be careful. And we get dropped by the Callista. Holy shit, this Callista's a freak show. That's so unfortunate, man. Callista 10 kills. They're going to get Nash off of it. Good solo kill onto Showmaker, though. I really enjoyed that. Showmaker just disrespected him. Ulted way too late. Still hit by the E. Zipping out of base, we have the lonely 1-stack Dark Seal. It really hasn't gone the way I wanted it to go. But the early game, I was very happy in lane. Let's see if he can have a strong late game. ZOE is so awkward late game. When you're not snowballing, it's very hard. Too many ZOEs I see, just they'll have like 3 CS per minute. They're perma grouping, and it's just nothing's happening. And there's not many solutions to it, man. You just gotta be really efficient with your time. As we're gonna drop back into the mid lane and look for some picks. 5-3-2, no bad scoreline. Hitting on the Proto. Kill the Callista, and I guarantee you that will win the game. He's just gonna farm the jungle camps in the downtime. I love how he's just it's so awkward farming these jungle camps as ZOE, but look, it needs to happen, otherwise you're just doing nothing. And there's going to be a bot lane fight. He's going to move his way over, but he's going to be a little bit late here. Rakan trying to make her out. Callista picks him up. And this, unfortunately, looks absolutely disastrous. We're looking for the alley. Flash. We still have our other flash. We flash on that. This is just, this is so painful to watch. And it looks like he's going to try and set up for the Hourglass actually next. We have teleport. Thank you very much. Oh, great Hourglass by the Diner. Oh, is this defendable? They have Baron. This mid, I would probably drop the mid lane in here, I reckon. Oh. Looking for a bubble on the alley. We still have TP. If you QR in, I guarantee you're going to get popped. Uses the Viego ult to get out. Trying to get an angle onto the Callista. Not able to happen. Nocturne coming out of base with... with ultimate. We just heal up a little bit. We do a little bit of trolling as the enemy sieges up into the mid lane. Oh, come on. We have the Shurelias. Oh my god. You pick this Callista, I swear to god. Q lands, and we get it over onto the Silas. Looking for the Fiora now. Dude, not bad. 3 stacks on the Dark Seal now. That Callista bounty over to the Silas was super important. We're actually coming into late game now. This Callista might start getting a little bit of power. Let's see if we can make a pick. She's 250 farm. She's actually not doing too bad. Salah sitting on 2.5k gold. They need a reset. What's the buy? I feel like you're looking for a stopwatch. Like as soon as humanly possible. Nocturne's base gets stopped. I think... Ah, this is just so annoying. Nah, we're dead. Really bad. They should have all just got out. Oh, he tried to stop and save the Nocturne. Yeah.
내가 죽는 건 좀 억울한데.
Picks up the jeweler, looking for the void staff. Ice has got 3.5. They have no Baron and they have no actual Elder. This is going to go really late, I reckon. Unless they can just siege, just brute force down mid lane. Here we go. Base defense. Please, guys. Got to look for that cholesterol. The Alistar's going to be trying to come in. Ali moves in. Bubble lands. Looking for something more. Nocturne. And this is going to be a massive team fight. Look how many summoner spells on the ground. And just try and kite it out. Play it very slow. Use everything you can. Picks up the Callista. Looking for the Diana now. Grabs that too. And it's a shame we stole that Dark Seal. It's going to be a 4-4-1. That's actually very worth. 7-4 now. Jesus Christ. And there's Baron up. They're going to run towards it. They can be careful of a base TP from Fura or Viego, but I think they should be fine. Get this, reset. We have Void Staff. We can start setting up. We actually got a lot of gold off that fight. Straight Void. Gets the Blasting Wand. Holy shit. Blasting Wand? What are we looking for? Just raw damage. And I genuinely think with this Baron, you just ARAM it, you win one team fight, and you go for the end. Silas looks to be picked out. Zoe moving in. Huge bubble. That lands on the Fiora. Let's go. Fiora parry. Showmaker's turned into Silas now. The 3v4. Oh, we're almost about to get that. So many summoner spells to pick up. Oh my god, that range, man. This should be absolutely easy. Nice. I don't know how that was an ace. That was such a prolonged fight. They're normally really bad for Zoe, but he just hung off in the back end. And honestly, I don't know. I feel like he's made a couple of mistakes during these fights. He's playing them very passive, which is probably the best way to play it, but still. Not able to get any of the crazy Qs or long-range bubbles off. And Callista falls off so hard compared to a Kai'Sa, by the way. Champion has no G8. Yeah, dude, that Blasting Wand and a Dark Seal. Dude, this guy's buys are just strange as hell. He just buys for raw power in the moment. Because that Blasting Wand really had nowhere to go. Maybe you could have turned it into a Morello, I guess. Massive bubbles. Alistar cleanses it with the ultimate. And that is, dude, the amount of damage he just got off of that. And this flank is perfect. Zoe lands the bubble. I'm just going to keep running forward with everything. Gets the triple kill. How easy was that cleanup? They'll run down mid here for the end, I reckon. Enemy team FFs. Dude, I don't know how they won that game. 11-4 and 11. I'd say he had a very solid early game. And then the rest was him like mentally trying to make his team not give up.
이거 만년설이었잖아.
And then a great end last team fight. Alright, we're going to review 2 games today, guys. The next one is going to be on his Smurf, where he just obliterates his opponents. Let's check it out. Alright, lads, jumping onto the second game here. We are into, I believe it was a Yasuo matchup. Yup. As Jinx looks to be getting caught out level 1. Looking to trade back.
이거 맞아.
Ah, shit. Here comes the whole squad. And we move in. We start W. This is, I actually love this. Moves across, gets the exhaust. Yasuo's almost there. He just gets the Ezreal, flashes out, gets the Yasuo flash. And this is great. Level 1 on ZOE, don't level. If there's going to be a level 1 invade and the enemy team's coming into you,
도망만 가야 되는데.
dude, W has the most value because you can get all of their summoners and start using the Ignite, the Exhaust, the Cleanse. If someone drops like a TP or something crazy, I don't know, bro. Like, you can pick up so much more value on a W. So just be careful of what you start on ZOE early on. As we get the boot pickup. And now we're going to try and use that mobility to our advantage to try and harass over this Yasuo. You got to remember, Yasuo is a phenomenal pick into ZOE because of the wind wall. The wind wall can block all of ZOE's damage, and you got to try and hit it from a different angle. So annoying. So hopefully this game's a little bit more explosive. I mean, last game we got a nice solo kill on a Showmaker. I wasn't really happy with how that mid game went. It just felt super awkward. So hopefully we're going to be able to show off some more of the mechanics here. As once again, I want to talk about how he lanes on ZOE. The Corrupting Potion and the Biscuit Delivery are vital.
요새 야스오 왜
Because
1렙 2 안 찍는 거예요?
you'll see him just whittle away everybody he verses. See that empowered auto there? He'll just keep doing that. And he will use his Corrupting Potion soon when he weaves these autos in. And he'll just keep on trading with you and harassing as... Yeah, so he jukes out. We don't have Ignite, remember. Let's wait what the goodie bag is. Do we get it? We just miss it.
어?
There's the lanes in a great spot. This Yasuo can't move up. If this is something like an Ignite in Everfrost, let's see what he gets. And it's so... I think Zoe's kit is stupid because... He gets the smite, he moves in, hits level 3. Zoe's kit's dumb because essentially it comes down to RNG on if you get early goodie bags. If you get early Ws, you just instantly win the lane. As we land our bubble, and we solo kill the Yasuo. Awesome, nice job.
뭐 하는 거야?
Unlucky, I guess.
이상한데 저 야스오.
Another solo kill, as I said, this guy. And it's nothing crazy, is it, guys? It's just being bloody annoying. And your champion's kit being broken. It's as simple as that. As we head back to base, we have enough for either Lucidity Boots, or we could go an Amp Tome and... No, we're going to go Dark Seal and Sapphire, okay. He doesn't really like to go Lucidity Boots, he wants that penetration, he wants that Sorks, interesting. And we're going to get the early Dark Seal this game. And hopefully we can stack that up into a Medjai's. I love Medjai's Zoe. Super, super strong. And I was talking about this other day. What do you guys think about Medjai's? Like, they can't remove Medjai's. But they did remove sort of the occult, the old AD Medjai's. Which is kind of unfair to AD picks. But like, mages already have such horrendous itemization that you can't just take Medjai's away. Even though it's a bit of a dumb item. I don't know. I'm not sure where I stand with that. I think Riot could continue to come out with some new items though. I really like what they did with the Anathema Chains and Stridebreaker. Sorry, Hullbreaker. Like, I hope they keep innovating new items to give build diversity. Like, I talk about this a lot. I think an AP shield breaking item would be great. I think there's heaps of different new items they could introduce in the preseason to test out. To try and give some more, just some more change and some new things in the game. There really is no downfall. You don't want the game to be stale. As he uses that W to proc the electrocute, moves in. And I expect him to try and harass this Yasuo under tower as much as possible. Bubble lands, moves up. Has a Proto Belt there, by the way. Gonna hold the Proto Belt and look for the roam bot. Oh, they are overextended. Like a motherfucker. Hopefully some summoner spells come out.
들어가는 건 아니었던 것 같은데.
Moving, moving, moving. He's very active on the map, you'll notice. He's ready. He's always first move. Has prio in lane. And we all know how important prio is, especially in high elo. It means you can move to these skirmishes.
맛있어.
It's the double kill. That was beautiful. We can move to these skirmishes first and try and help our junglers out, which in high elo is super, super important to
아니
do.
근데 이거 빠지면 내가 다 잡아주는데.
Yasuo's gone off the map for a second. 1200 gold. We got enough for our Lost Chapter if we want it. Probably hard shove into the reset, I reckon, here.
야쏘는 집에 갔을 것 같네.
Cannon?
갔다 온 거구나.
Jesus Christ, man.
깎아줘야겠다.
Looking like my ZOE for a second. As we hard shove and move into the top side now. Or for Yora. Moves in. Just gonna weave autos. You don't really need to land anything. Bubble does land though. Should be able to grab the Fiora. Thank you very much. Good sir. And I mean, this is just the perfect ZOE game. This is all you really need to be... I think that ZOE has one of the best prios, like the best shoves in the lane. So being able to use that to shove and then move into the sides is probably underused, I'd say, as the Diana looking for a hard commit onto the Viego. Thanks for the kill. The E into the Fiora, the bubble lands, looking for one more. No way, is he going to get this as well? Not quite.
나 랭겜 돌린
What
거
a
맞나?
fiesta. He double pops the Vickies and he'll run back into the mid lane. Yasuo. Looking to try and land the E. Dude, the Yasuo is late on that. We'll try and land a Q behind it. Doesn't work. The wind wall animation is really large. Uses that blast cone to get out. Try and pick up the Yasuo now. Pops in. Gonna grab the ignite. Oh, good flash.
아니
We
근데
pick up that for the 7-0 at 7 minutes.
그걸 어떻게 못 맞췄을까?
This is a little bit more what I was looking for. A nice snowball game. We should see the most aggressive mid game here. A little bit unfair for the opponents, but that's League of Legends. What are we going to buy? I would buy an early Medjai's. That's what I'd do. Come on. Oh, man. We're going to get the Sorks. We're going to get the Lost Chapter, Blasting. Medjai's, I guess, will be for dessert on our later buys.
아, 그 노래 좋지.
But this is how he plays most games. Like, he's not really taking... He's not flipping like at one health risk, really. He's just taking the kills as they come and starting to stack up, guys. And this is how you can play this style even more successfully in the lower elos. Like, just play efficient, get the farm. The enemy was going to make dumb positioning mistakes and just abuse it. Move in, Everfrost. Gets the slow, we're going to keep on going in. Going to weave those autos. Bubble gets blocked by the wind wall. It's not going to be enough. They'll be able to pick up the Yasuo here. Gwen. No, we grab it. 8-0. I told you the Medjai's would have been good. And you got to remember, like, this is like Master and Grandmaster. He makes it look like he's playing against Silvers on a Smurf, right? Just having fun. But you have to understand, the difference between Master's 0 LP and 1750 LP, that's like the difference between silver, gold, plat. It's like the difference between like silver 3 and like plat 4 or something. Like, it's such a difference. Even though one's Masters, one's Challenger. Someone in their head's like, yeah, they're high elo players, they're pretty similar. No. There is such a gap in the high elo ladder. There's such a difference that people don't really realize. As Yasuo looking for the all in here. Yasuo will get the ult off. We have to pop the ignite. No, Yasuo is dead again. I feel sorry for this guy. Using them empowered autos. We'll head back. We've got enough now for our Lost Chapter. Lost Chapter? Luden, sorry.
아, 플래시 없어서 다이애나한테 죽을 수도 있거든요, 이번에.
9-0 I feel bad. I was watching a game yesterday where Knight, I was watching the LPL, and Knight was like, he played Lee Sin mid game and he got like 3 solo kills, he roamed bot, and he was like 10-0. It was just, I don't know, man. It looked like Knight is smurfing in the LPL in silver. Some of these mid laners, man, just built different. I'd love to see them time travel back to season 3 and play against like Baker and all those big names. Skara. He's such a joke. Okay, that's a scam. Dyna moves in, hits the flash. He actually will probably die here. hits the ignite, not able to kite it out, and that's a good engage by the Dyna. Dyna Yasuo is a lethal combo.
써서 네, 봐봐 풀 없으면 안 된다니까.
Gwyneth gets knocked up. Gonna get out, she's
누가
fine.
먹었지? 아 야수.
Alright, zooming out of base, we pick up the blue, surely. And whenever you get leads like this, the number one thing for you to close is start stacking up the dragons. I see too many teams, they get these massive leads and they just don't do dragons. And then the enemy team comes back and they just start picking up dragons and it's like, dude, you could have just been paying your insurance for your late game if you just stacked up the dragons with your early lead. Gives you another avenue for a win con. And too many teams don't do it, so stack those fucking dragons up, man. I see, there's no need to neglect them. They're so piss easy to do. And the gold value on the soul is just unbeatable. They're looking for the Yasuo. You got to be nervous for him. I think he needs an Hourglass this game. If you don't go Hourglass into Yasuo and Dyna, I feel like you're griefing, as this Yasuo is just... You're not terrible. Like, he's not even windwalling correctly. Definitely no Mo. Or P-Zang, I mean, depends who you think is the better Yasuo. Looks topside, not able to get anything off, and it was hard clear the mid. Really nice wave clear on ZOE. It's such an efficient champ. Look for the E through. This is always a good E through there. And these are the type of like these are the type of E's that you need to know in order for you to start getting an extra couple of kills every now and then. They add up in the long term. Knowing where your E's are going to arrive underneath the terrain. And having that quick cast with the indicator is super important. Just obliterates the Braum. Thank you very much, good sir. And then run back into the mid lane. Come on, tell me it's a Medjai's in the next buy. Oh, Viego picks up. Nice job by Viego. Great champion design. And now we're looking... Dude, Yasuo, you cheeky dog. Pops the ult. We got Cleanse here. We've got Ignite as well. Don't be surprised he just ignites. This Yasuo is just terrible. I feel sorry for the guy. He's getting eaten alive. Is he nervous? Poor guy. But we pick up our 11th kill on the ZOE here. And he's going to be too big. He's just going to be able to one-shot with Qs now. Look how he's pushing the tower, by the way. You need to utilize your passive. So every time you use a spell, your ZOE auto is empowered. So you want to Q, auto, then Q2, then auto again for maximum damage, guys. 2,400 gold. Surely. Give me the Medjai's. And for the Ezreal, we still have our barrier. Oh shit, we're low. Come on. Thank you very much. 12 and 1. 2,700 gold. Let's see what the buy is. Dude, a straight Hourglass. Come on. I mean, blue balls in this Medjai's, but I was talking about it earlier. Without Hourglass here, you are just a sitting duck for the Dyna Yasuo combo, even though they're not playing the best. Good offense is always a nice solid defense, so that they can't pick you off and bloody one-shot you. When? Please snip correctly. Here we go. Not sure about that bubble. Oh, you can Q with the Thresh. He doesn't do it. You can Q with the Thresh, and then when the Lantern comes through, it works for Bard Portal too. Got to be careful here. Looking to land some Qs. Not able to. Put a control ward here. Now it's just about long range Q setup. Braum, half health. Dyna moves in. He's not going to risk it. This is the perfect angle to be fighting at, though. Still has the Hourglass. Moves through for the Braum. Just makes it look so easy. Nice and patient. Been a menace in the side lane. On the side of that team fight. Using that terrain, you never want to be... you don't never want to be moving like front on in these fights, but it definitely helps against something like a Braum to come from an angle and Yasuo. Come on, look for the pick. Ah, fuck. That was a little bit grief. I thought he could land it.
그래. 이거 원래 맞는 거였어.
Jinx Rocket goes wide. And I'm seriously just expecting the enemy team to FF. 23 to 12. Careful for the Fiora flank. Come on.
구독하셨어요, 누구? 엥? 진짜요?
And Zoe in the meta, guys, like
잠시만요. 끝나고 읽어.
there's like Suning. I know like to run some Zoe in their comp. Angel's a really good Zoe. There's a couple of good Zoes in the LPL. Showmaker used to play a little bit of Zoe and so did Chovy, but it just seems to have fallen out of the meta. There's just too many decent picks into it at the moment. She doesn't seem to win many lanes. It's not really worth taking a risk on the champion when you can just find more stability with a different mage. Something like an Orianna just seems to do a little bit better work as they get obliterated. Wait a minute. Their whole... They are so bad with that positioning. They get absolutely roasted in the AoE. A 5-man Yasuo Dino combo or some shit. Now, is it comebackable for the enemy team? I mean, last game I would have said the Zoe couldn't come back. But they were able to come back into the game. Is the enemy team going to give him a taste of his own medicine this one? The Dyna's looking mighty large. Blue buff should be handed over. Maybe steal the Gromp. Unlucky. We still got a huge lead, but that was just a taste of how good their Wombo is. The Fiora going ham for the Viego. We'll be able to move down, but hopefully... The problem with the Fiora, of course, is the W. She can block all your fucking damage in your bubble. It's really hard to get into the fights correctly. He goes... You can E through this terrain really nice. Let's see if he... Oh, just misses the bubble on the Dyna there. Gwen? Nice pickup. Gonna get the proto hit. And keep looking for some nice angles. Ezreal overextended. Not able to land anything, man. Just being annoying. The zone control. Not gonna be able to siege the mid lane inhibitor. Hopefully the blue buff's up. Nice. Just gonna hand it over to the Gwen because he just picked his up. And it's only 19 minutes, no Baron to be rushed. His skill shots are going really wide. Interesting.
노래 커요? 그래요?
Not worth splitting. Come on, this is where you go Medjai's. This is the perfect Medjai's buy. Fiora! We'll be alt-tabbed? What's going on here? He's just going to speed away. Maybe not. Has the Gwen moving up. Ignite just came up. He can bait with the Hourglass and Ignite, I guarantee you. Moves in. Here comes the Gwen. Gonna kite. Has the Hourglass still, remember. Pops it. Gwen should be able to pick it up. Oh. There we go. Now you should start looking for that Baron Rush. Never mind. He's way too low. This is where you need Medjai's. Dude, that Ezreal's a monster. And we're not gonna... Dude, come on. We get the Morello. Ezreal picks up the Jinx. He flashes over. I think this is going to be a free lunch for the Zoe. Dyna moves in. Let's see what we can pick up. Bubbles go wide. Q goes wide. You could flash over. There we go. Not able to get anything. Look at the Viego on the minimap, by the way. Just eating their base up. Thank you very much. And now we can look for a little bit of a hunt. And this is the problem. When you're into a Braum and a Yasuo, they can play so confidently in the front lines. That was probably a bad flash. Yep. And he gets picked for no reason there. And we are throwing. We're not supposed to be doing this. Just pure cockiness. Viego should be able to move in with the ultimate to pick up the Yasuo. Let's see what he can get done. Oh shit, they're throwing. Come on, guys. Let's get serious. Nice job by Jinx.
이지가 너무 센데 생각보다.
Green solo queue, man. It is just mayhem. A lot of people will tell you, like, in these games, like, Korean solo queue feels like one of the least macro intensive regions where it's just permanently running around fighting. Once you get into the high elo games, when I started dropping into Grandmaster and Challenger games, like, they started to feel like they had structure, but the ones in Diamond 1 and Master were just unstructured, permanently fighting. I think that's why I really enjoyed playing a lot of Talia. Because Talia is so good in these little skirmishes. You don't really need to play side lanes, don't really play smart. It's just perma, forward, fight. As you can see, we're on the hunt for the Führer. You gotta be super careful of the Baron Rush, yeah. Finds the Diner. Bubble lands. Hourglass stops it. Diner is caught. Thank you very much, good sir. We should be able to pick up the dragon and possibly look for the Baron Rush afterwards. No jungler for blue side. One bubble to rule them all. Nope. Gwen starts it up. This is a little bit risky. Bubble hits the Braum. Braum has no shield. Here's the Yasuo. We have Ignite. We pop it. Proto. Shield Burst saves him. Nice. Look at that poke. And we land the bubble onto the Ezreal. It's not going to be enough to live, but maybe it's enough to win the team fight. Only Fiora here. And his team rinses them. He's going to die, though. Thank God he didn't go Medjai's and start working towards the Void Staff. You don't see him build Death Cap almost ever in the early game. It's always like the mix of Horizon Focus, Hourglass, Morello, and then it's a Void Staff. He never goes for the early Death Cap. I guess he just thinks it's too expensive of an item, which I agree with. And I think that the components leading up to getting the early Void is always going to be better. I hate, like, I see caps sometimes go like this Luden's Death Cap, and I just think it's just so unnecessary. The extra damage is just not worth. I feel like you get better build pass from a lot of these components too, so like things like the Hourglass, the Neural, and the Void. And we'll move in. 24 minutes in the game. We've got the Baron. We should just siege up. When you got a Zoe, you just group and siege. The Yasuo and the Braum may pose a problem though. Let's see. Moving up for the ARAM. Looks like they're going to 4-1. Come on. Just goes wide. Watch, he'll try and use this terrain here to land a good bubble. I think that... Did that hit Ezreal? Ezreal cleanses it. You got to Ignite in there to steal. Oh, good. Your Ezreal's dead. Flash over. Cannot flash from a Zoe. When will people understand you cannot flash from a Zoe, guys? And that's a 4 for 2, and they'll run down mid here. Can they end it? Fiora's gonna... I don't think they can end. Fiora's gonna respawn. Fiora's gonna get... She's gonna get her base in. Let's see what they can get done. 10 seconds on Yasuo. Here comes the Fiona. Careful. She gets the kill. Now Zoe wants to pick up the summoners. Bubble lands. Flash. And we're able to get the 1v1, but we can't get the base off here. The Nexus is going to remain open. Remain saved. And we have enough for the Void. Love it. Thank you very much. And now we'll start working away into the top and bot side. Both summoners coming back up. This should be a nice, smooth ARAM, I reckon. And let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this guy, Zoe. I think he seems solid. Like, I don't know. There's been a lot of trolling going on. I won't lie. Maybe these games that I've selected have been a little bit int, but he's shown moments of brilliance, but also just normal Zoe moments, you know? Nothing super special. So, Does that give us Zoe mains hope that we can also be 1750 LP on the Korean server? Probably not.
되겠어요?
It probably won't. I think his skill level makes these games look a lot worse than they are. Because this was probably near my peak in Korea, and I remember playing these games, and I just was mechanically outclassed almost every game. And he just seems like he's playing a bloody... in the playground, just chilling. Looking to work his way in. Let's see if he gets any long-range Qs. Looks the Dyna just misses. Bubble hits the Braum. Dyna looking for it. Gets hooked up. This should just be an easy game end. So he's such an annoying champion to verse. Moves in. Looking for the Fiora now. Pretty hard games to play. Definitely not jealous of him versing the Braum and the Yasuo. But overall, guys, pretty hectic games today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something new. And good luck with your own Zoe games on Summoner's Rift. Until next time, boys. Love you all. Catch us next time. Peace.